I'm here with Ian MacIntyre, one of the members of approximately 3 Peters, who are going to be performing at this year's Toronto Sketch Comedy Festival. Ian, we were just talking about publicizing sketch comedy and sometimes the problems associated with that. How have you as this troupe, who I might add have actually been together a lot longer than the average sketch troupe in Toronto? Oh, don't chortle, it's true. How have you managed to stay together? How have you managed to build an audience? What have you been your kind of marketing secrets?
We do a lot of trust falls and team building exercises, and we really focus on that. Honestly, with the Peters, we were just lucky that we just happened to be in a conservatory class together, and we were like the 3 guys who got along the best, and we never got sick of working together. You have one person or 2 people who are really serious about the troupe, and then one person who's really not, and suddenly you find that one person is dragging the entire endeavor down, as opposed to that person being raised up to the level of the 2 people who want to work really hard. Luckily, we just had 3 people who wanted to work really hard on it.
That's a good point. I know your material also tends to veer towards the, I'll put it like the nerdy side of things.
What? Get out.
What? So kind of surprise.
Yeah.
Do you tend to find that is led to, say, like a greater audience dedication, or people really engaging with your stuff because of their own cultural proclivities?
Yes and no. I wish we'd pushed it maybe a little harder, a little earlier, because I noticed that right now in the city there seems to be this really big boom in nerd-focused comedy, and there's a market for it. There's really a market for it, which I think is awesome. But yeah, at least it was nice very early on that at least we could kind of brand ourselves as like, well, at least we've got a voice, if you want to call Doctor Who sketches a voice. But we all loved it, and it was, to me, I think it was one of the best and least best things about our troupe. I don't want to call it a bad thing. It was the best because we would spend the first half of all our rehearsals talking about Star Wars and the politics of Star Wars. The only drawback to that, I would say, is that the 3 of us tended to have very similar points of view. And it's always nice in a troupe if you've got some different points of view bumping up in there, but...
How do you feel you've developed as a troupe? Do you see yourself somewhere now that you definitely weren't at the very beginning when you formed?
Well, I mean, with the Peters, we're definitely not as active as we used to be, but we've been rehearsing, getting ready for Sketchfest, and it's been nice to see that we work just as well together as we ever did. The 3 of us really love working hard together, which again, like I was saying before, is what makes our troupe a really great experience for me, because we had a sketch that is 2 years old at this point that we put up once that we all really loved, that we did it once, and it was a night that we were really busy and we didn't have it as rehearsed as we wanted it to be, and it went up and it went better than we remembered it, but because we had it taped and we watched the tape and we were like, it went better than we remembered it, but we were like, we really wanted to work on this, and we just sat down and kind of tore it apart and rewrote it. And that to me is where sketch comedy gets really good, is in the rewriting, especially as a troupe, as a room, when you can sit down and really just rewrite something and keep trying to top each other, and it's like, all right, we've got a joke here, what's 5 better jokes, and what's the best one of that?
It's kind of a one-upmanship leads to the best quality.
It is, but like a healthy one-upmanship.
Yeah.
We love working hard still, even though we're not doing as many gigs or anything like that. We still, even though we're just doing this one gig at Sketchfest, we want to make it the best gig we can possibly do.
That's admirable. And what do you have in store for audiences this year? Anything you can give me a little preview of?
Yeah, actually. It's all best of material except for one thing that is a video intro. It's the only video we've ever done. We've always meant to do videos, we just never got around to it. But it's the first video that we've ever done. It's a very elaborate recreation of the opening credits of Star Wars.
I can't wait.
It has a live component to it. I don't want to talk too much about it.
Yeah, don't spoil any surprises.
No, but we're quite excited about it.
And if audiences want to see you, where and when can they catch you?
We are Thursday night at Comedy Bar at 9 p.m. Thursday night Comedy Bar at 9 p.m. We were playing with Kerpatty from Chicago and Ninja Sex Party from New York. And if you want to see me, I'm at Sunday Night Live every Sunday at 9:30, although I think it's moving it up. Also at Comedy Bar.
Great, thanks for your time.
Cool, thanks, man.